So my wife sent me a video from the movie Billy Madison starring Adam Sandler. And in this scene here, this is when Billy Madison, he saw one of his classmates, his third grade classmates, had peed on himself. And so what Billy Madison did was he splashed some water on his pants. So when he turned around, all the other kids were like, "Look, Billy peed on himself." And then he was like, "You haven't heard? You're not cool unless you pee on your pants." All right. So he did that so that way his friend, wouldn't be embarrassed and people wouldn't make fun of him and all that stuff, right? But he knew that by him doing it, by Billy doing it, everybody was going to think that it was cool. So he was trend setting right there. So that got me thinking. Okay, Robert Downey Jr. 20 years ago, all right, he auditioned for the role of Doctor Doom, but they did not hire him for that role for whatever reasons. But then 4 years later or 3 years later, he goes on to play Tony Stark, Iron Man, in the MCU. And he was so phenomenal that people outside of reading comics or watching the Iron Man cartoon, they thought Iron Man was like the coolest. You know what I'm saying? Like Robert Downey Jr. He increased the stock of Tony Stark and Iron Man as as far as a character and all that stuff. And now I think Kevin Feige is like, you know what? We messed up 20 years ago. And these Fantastic Four movies that we have been creating, they may have solid casting, solid directors, but we keep missing it. It hasn't been big like like movies from the X-Men franchise, Spider-Man, or the Avengers, okay? So it's like, you know what? If Robert Downey Jr. can make Tony Stark Iron Man cool, wait, imagine what he could do with Doctor Doom. Or imagine Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom in Fantastic Four. That will help the Fantastic Four get to the level of being, as far as movie wise, being respected like the X-Men, the Avengers, and Spider-Man, and Batman, and Superman. Okay, I think that's what they're thinking. That's what they're banking on. And that's the main reason why he's going to be Robert Downey Jr. Excuse me, he's going to be Tony Stark. It's crazy I say that's why he's going to be Robert Downey Jr., but in a way, I think Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark are the same person now. But that's what they're gonna do. Robert Downey Jr. has been officially hired as Doctor Doom, so that way he can make the Fantastic Four cool again. I don't know. Fantastic Four haven't really been cool like that since I've been living. I mean, I can't remember anybody saying, "Hey man, you see that Fantastic Four, man, they go hard," outside of, okay, in the comic books. But I'm talking about as far as movies and and shows and stuff. But I heard some pretty good reviews about the 1994 Fantastic Four movie. Y'all should check that one out.